Hello, I'm Erkki Pöytäniemi, and here I'm presenting design number 6 in my Permaculture Diploma portfolio, Diploma path. And that's a design for the Finnish Permaculture Association website, which I started working on just before Christmas last year, and so about 3 months ago, although the website itself went online on the 5th of January. So in this design, my purpose is not to go into all the details of the design, but to try to give a pretty short presentation, let's say targeting 15 minutes. And then, of course, I will share the Miro whiteboard on which I've been building the design, so you can check the details there. So I will share my screen, and you can see that Miro whiteboard. So here you can see the Miro whiteboard, the whole picture, so to say, and it looks pretty similar to the one I did in Design 5, but here I'm using Luby's Design Web as the framework, so you can see this circle here in the middle. So that's representing the Design Web with all the 12 anchor points, and linking each to a slide where basically I would say are the first reflections regarding that anchor point, and then here in a more linear manner are further reflections or thoughts in those anchor points. So you can see that there's a little bit jumping around here, but probably far less than in reality. So actually, where I started was in integration, because we had a need to get this up and running, use the old website, the content of the old website. So that's a kind of integration point. There's also appreciation to the designer of the previous website who shared the content with me. So so that was the overview of the Miro board. So here we jump to the cover page, where you have the design name, link to the website, and yeah, as I mentioned, I started it before Christmas, and so three months ago. Sitting in Karjalohja, Finland. So I will basically here jump directly to the vision, and the vision, of course, comes from the association's vision. So what is the purpose of the association as it is in the statutes of the association, and there it is saying that the association's purpose is to promote and support a sustainable lifestyle and society based on permaculture philosophy and ethics, consisting of 3 parts: earth care, people care, fair share, adapt and develop permaculture in Finland, support permaculture projects in Finland, and act as the official representative of permaculture in Finland internationally. I mean, representing Finnish permaculture internationally. So that's coming from the statutes directly, and so then when it comes to the website, we need to define the mission of the website in this context of the association's vision. And here we are saying that it's bringing together the movement, giving it momentum, developing content about permaculture, and giving hope solutions exist for a sustainable lifestyle. And then here we have the three permaculture ethics, and in people care, I'm using Lubis people zones to dig a little bit deeper into what people care could mean. So the takeaway really here is that zone 2 is those people who are active in the permaculture movement as teachers, designers, people developing their permaculture projects. So the people care party is to say in the permaculture movement, help them. They should benefit from the website. Of course, there's other people care functions here. Help everyone to learn. Offer members a way to participate, non-members a path to become part of the solution. Let's save the world. But those are more obvious. Fair share is closely linked to the people care in this kind of design, and here again it's offering a platform where people can share knowledge and skills. So not only that the website is sharing, but the website is offering a platform where those permaculturalists can share. So that's an important angle to fair share. Earth care, the more obvious ones. Of course, the positive side comes from the permaculture movement itself. On the other hand, the website uses resources. So those need to balance, or I hope it's on the positive side. In terms of using permaculture design tools, we can use zoning site. We can use sectors, maybe several types of sectors, but in this case, I'm using Holmgren's permaculture flower to check that all the domains are covered in the content. Actually, they're not, but I mean that's a tool we can use to develop the content. Then jumping on to the website structure, which actually pretty much came from comparing Nordic and Baltic websites, creating a table. It was actually here. Here are the different websites, and then creating a comparison table. And from there, I deducted what are the most important categories for the main menu items. So there's a landing page, and then there is main menu items. This is version 1. This is version 2, closer to what's been implemented. So members, projects, and land is one of the main pages. Events, another one, education, admin, so telling about the association, and then the blog. So those are the 5 main menu items, and then there's some sub menus, and then pages used for each member project is a page. Each presented person is a page, and then you have the posts, and they're using categorization. We can pop them up where we want them to pop up, and then in contact forms. Maybe more important than zone 4, maybe they should be in zone 3, but anyway, important for feedback loops. And then in the actual zone 4, the legal, the GPR, GDPR, and graphic guidelines and stuff like that. Structure of the landing page, keeping a log, so about 40 hours used. Categories, important to define and document, so that also other users of the website understand what is the consequence of marking a post. And then in terms of developing the content, linking that to the circles of the association's sociocratic structure. So each page content, I mean, speaking of, for example, members' projects, so content of those pages are in the domain of the members' projects circle. Education content is in the domain of the education circle, and so forth. So the website circle probably below a subcircle of the communication circle. So maintain the website from a technical point of view, and maybe for the overall design, but then content should be in the domain of those circles whose domain it is. Otherwise, we get in a funny situation where the website circle is deciding everything about the content, and that's not the purpose. Contact forms, okay, mentioned search engine optimization, but in this point I'm going to show you the actual website. So here we are on the Finnish Permaculture Association's website, and this is the landing page where you have all the basic information is on the landing page, and then kind of branching out from there, of course, from the menu, but also from different links along the page. So first we're explaining here what is permaculture. We're linking to Holmgren's essence of permaculture, which is translated to Finnish. There's a 1 hour video from Permatalks, introduction to permaculture by Lumia Huudenpää. There are some highlights, so there's a category tag highlights, which will bring the post here. And here we have advice how to join as a member, the purpose of the association, link to the admin page, topical matters from the association, like the spring general assembly. Here is the member projects, Permatalks, land network presented shortly, the events, education courses. So these link to the respective pages, and then there are some highlights from blog again, and then a few kind of zone 4 links in the footer, like graphical guidelines and GDPR. You can find here. And so from there we can go to the main menu, and then here are the 5 main menu items, and then there are language menu here, but only Finnish is really developed, but there is some English and Swedish content as well. So as mentioned, takeaway from the process was that the website should benefit the active permaculturalists who are acting as teachers and designers, and who are developing their permaculture projects. So the site should benefit them by promoting what they're doing, and also as a part of Fair Share, create or be a platform for them to share what they're doing. So there is basically 3 parts to that. We can maybe start with the education menu here. So there is a page for describing what is permaculture education, the PDC, the Diploma, and so forth. There's a page for the courses and events, and then there is a page for permaculture teachers. So these are obviously those active people who are teaching permaculture and arranging other activities in the permaculture movement. So there is 9 people presented at the moment, and so if we look at, for example, Joel, so each person has their own page with a short description, who they are, what are the subjects they're teaching, their permaculture related education, their project languages, contact details, and so forth. And then there is a module here that is bringing in all the blog posts which are relevant for them, so where they are tagged as category. And in Joel's case, those are his the course announcements for his courses. And so, as mentioned, there's a link to his place, so to say. So this is the same one you can find under members projects page. So here is first a link to a form where you can announce your own project. There's a map showing where these are based on Google Maps, and we can find then Joel's project Salmenrannan syötävä metsäpuutarha here. Short description of that, link to the website, a photo gallery, and actually we could also add a blog module here as well. So that's that was the second one. There's a separate page for land projects. There aren't so many in Finland, but a description of what land is, and then we have 2 land centers and 1 land learner, and then again we have a blog module here, bringing in those blog postings which are relevant to land. And then under education again, and also under events, so it's kind of twice here, is courses and events. So that's collecting together all future events, mainly courses. You can see the same Joel's courses here. There is also courses at Isorukkinitty, Hennas courses, Kylänpää courses, so forth. So, and then after they're over, after the date is over, so then they are moved to the historic part here. In the admin part, what we are lacking is a real description of the association. That will be added later, but we have a presentation of the board members and could be also circle members in the future. And then we have the page for all articles. So whatever category it is, you'll find them here in order of time when they were published. Okay, so now you have seen the website, how it's implemented, and let's do a short reflection before finishing off the presentation. So the key question became at some point in the design process that what stories do we want to tell, and who is the audience? And the answer was that we want to tell the stories of the active permaculturalists in Finland, their projects, their teaching, designing, and also the people who are running the association. So those people need an audience, and therefore the subscription to the website, to the blog, was opened to anybody, not only to members, because we want the audience to be as wide as possible, and then there should be other benefits for the members to have them join, but that's another story. And so this developed into this fair share thing I explained or talked about earlier in the ethics part, where the website offers a platform for active permaculturalists to share what they are doing, share their know-how and skills and activities. So challenges, obviously, building a website is quite a lot of work, over 40 hours so far, but now it's built, and to go forward, we need to activate the circles, to take responsibility of the circle domain inside the website, so they can provide the content. And for checking the permaculture related content on the website, we can use the permaculture flower to check that all the domains are covered. Now it's mainly the education side and the land-based projects that are covered. Reflections about using Luby's design web in this design. I think it worked well as a nonlinear framework where you can bounce from one anchor point to another, and also go into action, meaning implementing, and then take impulses from there back to the design process. Presenting this kind of process is of course a little bit challenging. Here's a little bit reflection of what tools were used in the design along the way. Reflections about this presentation. So again, presenting this kind of nonlinear design process is a little bit challenging. You need to structure the presentation somehow, and it becomes more linear than what it was in reality. And one challenge, of course, is making the presentation short. I think I'm over 20 minutes now, so didn't succeed in putting it into a 15-minute pack. But anyway, it's not an hour, so not so bad. In the process, jumping from implementation to evaluation, there's been a lot of tweaking going on, but I've left some tweaks in the backlog which haven't been implemented. So one is this designer page I mentioned earlier, and then another thought coming from the sharing skills and knowledge part was maybe making some kind of discussion forum on the website, and that for that we could use Slack, because I could find a plugin for embedding Slack, so you could pull discussions from Slack based on tags or channels into the website. If we want to do that, we have to think about it and discuss it. But anyway, idea. Overall, I'm happy with the website as it is now. Of course, there's a lot of room for development still, but the website is there. I think the basic structure is good and flexible. It allows dynamic content which is fed from the articles into the different pages. Based on the categories, those can be developed further as we want. More categories can be created, more pages can be created under different subject areas. So there's a lot of flexibility there. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, thank you for listening, and enjoy the website.